Welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosie and I'm here to give another word. And I will be coming out of Acts 14. And I want to talk to you about Paul. Paul and the disciples, they traveled to a city called Lystra. Now, Paul decided to speak into a synagogue to speak to the Jews and the Gentiles. So as he was speaking, the Jews was getting upset because they were true unbelievers. But Paul, he kept arguing the fact about the Lord and the truth in his word. And he did not bow down to them. So instead of him continue to argue with them, he decided to leave. And the disciples followed him. So when they followed him, the Jews caused conflict and made a brawl up with the Gentiles, getting them all upset and everything. So for the multitude, for them to go and stone Paul. So as they followed him, they actually stoned Paul, and they brought so much pain and hurt upon him to the point that if back then there were ambulance, they would have to call the ambulance to get to him because he had open wounds and broken bones, and I'm quite sure he had to have multiple surgeries because of the way that they stoned him, and he had a brain injury. So I just want you to know that when he went through all that, they actually took him and just dragged him out the city and just dumped him and left him for dead. Now, how do we know at that time he was being dragged out that city that he was praying in his spirit? Everybody is saying did he die and come back? We don't know that. But one thing for sure, the disciples had so much love and care and compassion for him, and they was mourning his death. And what they did, they surrounded him. And they went in prayer. Because see, don't forget, Jesus gave the disciples power to go out there to speak to his people, and also power to heal the sick. So they probably surrounded him and went in prayer. And when they finished praying, next you know, Paul got up. Paul was healed just by the power of prayer. But the next day, Paul went right back into that city on his journey and started preaching the word again. On this, Paul was holding a sign that says, "The just shall live by faith." He had that faith of a mustard seed while he was laid out with his lifeless body on the ground, not knowing what was going to happen. But don't forget, that's God's child. He was not going to let him leave here like that because he was out here doing what he was called to do. Now that's an example of letting you know that's what we need to do. When we see someone who's laid out and everybody is crying and mourning, we should go in prayer. We should pray for that person. I know we mourn and we hurt and everything, but once you get around them and have that power of prayer around them and know that the words that come out of your mouth, because don't forget it's in your voice, you're able to heal somebody else. You don't know if you know how to heal somebody else. It's because you felt that in your heart to go and pray for that person. And the disciples probably laid hand on Paul. We was not there, but we don't know. But I believe they prayed for him. And that was the reason why he was able to get back up. It's time for us to step out on that faith and trust God to heal the one who are sick, or the ones who are in trouble, to bring them out of their mess. Now, if you like this word, if it resonated to you in some type of way, please hit that like and subscribe button down below. Don't forget the notification button to alert you, let you know that another video is up for review. Thank you for having a listening ear. May God bless you, and I'll talk to you later.